Hi, this is Crystal Washington, and I just got Facebook's graph search maybe about 15 minutes ago, and immediately I started seeing some of the practical applications for this and how it can make our lives easier and how it can make us more efficient, effective, and connected. So I thought I'd do a really brief video that I could share with my friends that use social media so they could immediately see the practical applications, and especially before people start using this to find cute cat pictures that their friends have taken. So we can definitely use this in some really helpful ways for business, professional, or just everyday life. So here's what you want to do. When you get graph search, you'll notice at the top of the screen, it's changed your menu a little bit. You see things have shifted around. If you want to search around Facebook in general, the easiest way to do it is to go to Home. And you'll notice over here it says search for people, places, and things. This is actually where you're going to do the search. Let's say that you want to work at Shell Oil, okay? And this is kind of a feature that you can do with LinkedIn Advanced Search as well, but Facebook is different because these are people that you kind of have a social connection with as well versus LinkedIn, which is a little bit drier. So it's just kind of a thing that you can do that works in alignment with that. So let's say you want to work for Shell Oil. First thing you want to do is see which one of your friends work there. Of course, off the top of your head, you know where some of your friends work, but I'm certain that you're connected with people that you're not aware of all of their activities. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, okay? So we're going to look at friends who work at Shell. My friends who work at Shell. That's the one I want. As a result, it shows me a list of all my friends who work at Shell. Okay, so if I'm interested in getting a job there, now I can start to see what people that I know socially are already there. Another one. You know, I recently got back from doing a family history project where I was traveling to Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama all back to back for 9 days researching at different archives. Well, eventually I'm going to need to go to the National Archives. I might have some questions, and of course, while people that work at these places are helpful, sometimes it's good to get the inside scoop, and you might have questions that aren't available on a website. So what do? I can search for friends who went to National Archives. My friends, let's see. Archives. Let's do this. Yeah. My friends who have gone to the National Archives, okay? So I can click here. And now it shows me which one of my friends have been to the National Archives so I can ask them questions about it. Pretty cool. I can look for, let's try this. Let's say that I'm looking for things to do in Paris. I can look at friends who have been to Paris. What will happen is Facebook makes suggestions for you. Okay, so I can search here. I can also search for photos. So friends, photos in Paris. So my friend's photos taken in Paris. My friends who are in photos, meaning they've been tagged in there. So there's all these different options, and Facebook will help you decide. So I want you to stop and think about the practical applications of this. You can use this to find connections with companies you're interested in working for or with. You can actually, it's an easier way to see if you're trying to connect with someone, to see who you know in common. So you can say, my friends who are friends with, and another person who you're not connected with, you can see that. And that's kind of similar to the LinkedIn function for that one. So there's a lot of different ways that we can use this from a practical standpoint. Also, you can search your own profile as well. So if you click on your little picture, you'll notice it says Crystal Washington Martin up here versus for search for people, places, and things. And so I could put Crystal Washington Martin in New Orleans. So I can see, and it's actually making suggestions, friends of me who live in New Orleans, photos of me taken in New Orleans, photos that I've taken in New Orleans. So now I can even easily go back to my own content and find where things are, which are cool for reference purposes, because sometimes you refer back to a conversation or something you've posted a year ago, and it's kind of hard to find, so this makes it a little bit easier. So that's all I wanted to show you, just enough to kind of get you started and interested. So I would suggest, I'll go ahead and probably post a link along with this video on how you can sign up to be on the waiting list and then get it released to you. But again, practical applications. Let me say this as well, though. I guess I should throw this in. There are some downsides. I never want to be that person who tries to sell people on all the positive without mentioning the downsides. This can turn into a potential disaster during political season. I already see that. Because you can easily start to search for friends who are Democrats in whatever state if you're mad with something that's going on, friends that are Republicans who live here. Here's one. Friends who like racism. Okay? I know I'm not going to have anybody who would fit into that, but I'll just friends who like racism. So no one pops up. But at the same time, someone could. So we also want to make sure that we're careful with the things that we like, even in jest, as Facebook pages or concepts or causes. We also have to realize what this means for people who are looking at us and researching us. Now it's easier for them to collect information on us. Now, if you've done your best to put your best foot forward using graph search, that's not a problem. It's a really good thing. However, if you need to clean up some things, this would be the time to do it, because a potential employer could look to see if you have liked certain things or if you're connected to certain things or looking for pictures with alcohol or whatever else, and it's much easier for them to do this, and it's much more efficient. So as with anything, a lot of positives, definitely some drawbacks with it as well. At the end of the day, it's up to you to use it in a way that works best for you and makes you more efficient, effective, and connected. So see you around on crystalwashington.com.